What do I say? Hello, fins and friends. Siren Sapphire here with my mer wrangler and resident photographer, Sean. Now, in case you didn't know, Sean here went to school for photography. And that is why he takes all of my photos and things that you see.
It was a lot of money. Look at me shake. I think that's from the coffee. See that?
They don't need to see that. Today, we're going to head over to the beach and get some videos and take pictures and things. And we thought we might take you guys along.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little behind the scenes of what I'm looking for when I'm taking photos of Sapphire here. And some poses that we're going to try, some poses that we're going to do. And yeah, just sort of give you guys an inside look.
Well, let's go!
Okay, we made it to our location.
Here we are, on site.
Woo. So yeah, it's a very lovely day, which makes shooting outside very nice to do.
Very lovely.
Very lovely. Yep. It's not. I'm probably gonna shed some layers here before we get to work.
Probably looks funny. You're wearing like a
I know.
jacket, and I'm wearing nothing.
Nothing.
Whoa.
You okay?
Yeah.
A tip that we have found is to shoot any pictures that you want pre-tail. So your land looks are obviously going to come first before you tail up. That's a lot easier to do than just
Getting in and out of the tail.
getting in and out of the tail a lot. Yeah. So number one tip, I guess, when shooting is to do all your land look.
Do all your leg things first before you get into tail.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's get shooting.
So I guess when taking photos, try to location scout as much as you can and try to find a place that resembles the beach well, especially if you're going to be in a tail. Location is a big deal when it comes to photographing mermaids. Can you do it without the nice beautiful rocks, without the ocean, without the sand? You can, but it helps immensely to have a location. So do your research. Definitely try to find some place that you're able to take really good photos in an environment that makes sense for. So something else that I'm looking for as we're on set here and as we're on location is I'm looking for open shade. Right now it's currently about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and there's just a lot of bright, direct sunlight, a lot of harsh light coming through with it being sunny. So I'm looking for a good spot to place my mer and then hopefully in a spot where we get open shade and we don't have those harsh lines coming across her face or anything like that. Turn this way, we have a little bit of open shade to the right here, and then we're going to be backlit. The mer is going to be backlit, that is. So we're going to have Sapphire tail up here, and we're going to take our first shots. While Sapphire is tailing up, I'll talk a little bit about cameras. I use a Sony mirrorless A6000. It's a bit of an older camera now. What I'm going to be shooting with is I've got a Meke, M-E-K-E 35mm lens. The tips that I'm going to be showing you guys today, you can use any camera that you have. You can use your iPhone, you can use a DSLR, you can use a mirrorless camera, you can use whatever camera that you have. When it comes to cameras, you can really use anything to take a good picture. Good pictures are all about your framing, your subject. It really doesn't matter what camera you have. It really all comes down to you as a photographer and what you've learned and the knowledge that you have on if you can take a good photo or not. Ready? Ready. So when taking photos of mermaids, it's all about the suspension of disbelief. So we're trying to make Sapphire here look as mermaid-like as possible. Things that work against that are creases in the tail. If the knees are sort of protruding in a weird angle where you can really tell that, like, oh yeah, that's a knee. The fluke itself, with fabric flukes, they're going to sort of just fall over a lot. They're not going to stand up. What I like about this is with this log, we can get some good leading lines to her that will direct your eye to her face or her tail, or whatever we want to focus on. So down here in my shot, I'm looking at the arm placement, and I don't like her right arm. Can you move it? Can you just put it on your, yeah, that'll do. Turn your chin that way and then look down. Yep. So it's important to give your mer breaks because the fluke is very heavy, and it's a lot of, I think, pressure on the ankles and the knees. So, and sometimes abs, yeah, depending on the pose. So standing up now, I like the simplicity of the background where it's just the sand. When I was down sort of on my knees shooting directly at her, it was too much of a complicated background. So we're going to stand up for this one. Can you do the same pose? Can you tilt your head this way a little bit? And now with wigs, well, with hair in general, there's this sort of this awkward gap that I'm gonna go fix. Can you tilt your head this way? And then chin down a little bit. And then this is a manual lens that I'm using, the Miki. So it's always important to check your focus before moving on to another photo. Okay, so we're gonna be using this log as a prop. And then what I'm gonna be focusing on is the tail. So can you, it kind of flopped backwards. Don't fall on the mirror. Okay. Don't fall on the mirror.
Panic.
Panic. Let's change up your focus a little bit. You okay?
This is better than laying on the floor.
No, don't bend it. Yeah.
Okay. Widen your base.
Yep. Yep.
To move on, to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming.
Well, I think we got some good ones in there. You watched me sort of spread the sand out around her. I'm just trying to eliminate footprints in the sand because that's
Ugly.
yeah, it's not pleasant to have a whole bunch of footprints around your model when they're laying in the sand. Also, a trick that is good when you're shooting in bright sunlight is the model might say that, you know, it's very bright, they can't keep their eyes open, they're squinting a lot. So what we do is we'll have her close her eyes, I'll count to 3, and then she'll open them. And when she initially opens them, before her eyes can adjust and before she goes back to squinting, they're nice and open. So now it is TikTok time. Woo. Pretty good.
Last night you were dreaming and I heard you say,
Oh, Johnny.
dog.
Actually, sir, I'm a puppy.
That's even worse.
You're in shock, so I'm not gonna take that personally.
So we're gonna end our video there. We've got to go do some adult things like pick up cars from
Getting state inspections.
yeah, yay. But I think we got some good photos. Got some 2 good TikToks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I wanted to do more, but you know, it happens like that.
Life.
Life happens, so.
I also need to eat some lunch.
Yes, we do. So thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time.